Hello and welcome to our special where we are previewing the India versus Spain game which is taking place in Raul Kela, and this is Hardik Agrawal. We have with us our editor Sandeep Mishra who is reporting live from the Bursa Munda International Stadium. So how's the atmosphere there, Sandeep?
Oh, I mean, you can't even call it an atmosphere. It's terrific in the sense that I've rarely seen so many people. I think last 8 World Cups. This is my ninth as a reporter. I think the only time I've seen so many people is probably 1990 Lahore. My first. I mean, but that was something when Pakistan used to play, and it's a similar situation in India as the host. So you normally saw 40, 45,000, 50,000, and especially a World Cup final in Lahore was went up till 80, 85,000. So, but that was a long time back, and this is a brand new stadium. This is Birsa Munda. This is where hockey's played. This is where hockey actually lives in a way. 100 kilometers in and around. That's the only sport that's played. And right now, as you rightly said, this is a packed stadium completely.
You just witnessed the England versus Wales game. England have thrashed Wales final. So how significant it becomes for India to win against Spain now?
I think when you look at something like a 5-0 scoreline, and when you are sitting in the same pool, you have England, you have Wales, you have Spain. I think draws are out now because even if it was a 1-0, 2-1, 2-0 victory for England, when the actual numbers are counted at the end of the day, when the pool matches are finished. But the crucial games for us are always, or will be, particularly in this pool, is going to be Spain and England. Can't afford to have a draw there because then the score lines and then those goal averages and all of that comes into play. I think at this moment of time, even whatever we heard from Harmanpreet, whatever we heard from Graham Reed, it's a simple thing. Go game by game, win your matches, ensure that you're on top of the pool, and then find a place in the quarterfinals. Unless there is a upset here and there, I think one should see India go through. These are tough matches, but the team's pretty good. And whatever we have seen over the last 6 months, 8 months, they have kind of come together. And under Harmanpreet, I think it's going to be a good game tonight.
And Sandeep, what strategy can we expect from Spain? We have lost one and won once against Spain in our last two clashes. How will Reed take on Spain tonight? What will be his tactics going into the game?
I think when you are up against an opponent like India, Olympic bronze medalist, when you are against an opponent who's done well in the Pro League, when you are against a team that has a captain who's already done 18 goals in the Pro League, he scored six in the Olympic Games in Tokyo. So you have a prolific scorer, you have a deep defender who can move the ball up, who knows how to play the midfield, who knows how to take on the flanks. So at the end of the day, I think what Graham Reed also meant in the press conference was that the opposition will try for an early goal. The reason to get an early goal against India is to silence the fans completely. And otherwise, what happens is you've seen so much in football, you've seen so much in hockey. Momentums are built on fans. The emotions are completely riding on this. So I think what Reed will probably do is what exactly the Spanish coach would want is an early goal, a couple of goals in the first quarter. India should be sailing. Eitherwise, if Spain gets an early goal, there's going to be a little bit of rotation. The ball's going to be in the midfield. You'll see Hardik, you will see Manpreet, you will see Sumit, kind of rotate the ball and ensure that there's an equalizer. But the best possible situation for India, early goals, first quarter, and then ride the wave, ride the emotion, ride the momentum, get the rhythm going, and have a great game.
And Sandeep, how crucial it becomes for India to, convert the penalty corners. We saw in the England versus Wales game that England won 11 penalty corners in the first half, but they could only convert one. So, how significant it will be for India to convert those penalty corners with the assistance of Harmanpreet?
I think last week I was discussing the same thing with Bram Lomans, the man who scored that great goal against Spain in the 98 World Cup final. And he said that initially he was not getting his flicks through. But he says the best thing about being a penalty corner is that there's a goal around the corner. Yes, if you get it very early, then the rhythm is built up. But for people like Harmanpreet, for people like Varun, for even for Amit Rohidas, and for Neelam also, basic PC converters. If Harmanpreet is not on the pitch, then probably Varun will come up or Hamid Rohidas will come up. But more than field goals, I think, because in this circle, you will see Mandip off the ball. You will see a lot of forwards going off the ball, including Sukhjeet. But early goal by PC kind of brings the team together because they know Harmanpreet, they know his prowess, they know he goes for the angles. So I think getting these penalty corners in actually establishes the team's credentials and also in a way puts forward Harmanpreet's rhythm very early on in the tournament.
Uh, I was having I questioned Graham Reed about, switching the goalkeepers in the press conference, and he told me that you would have to wait and watch. But what are your expectations? Do you think that he will, play with one of the goalies for a substantial time frame, or he will keep on switching?
I think probably the switching will happen in probably the last pool match against Wales. I don't really understand the switching format against a top opponent. Of course, when I look at the team list right now, Srijesh is starting. So which means that the first quarter is going to go to Srijesh. And maybe he might play him in all the entire game. If India lead by a substantial margin, let's say even if it's a 3-0, 4-0 lead, I think you might see a second goalkeeper coming into the fourth quarter. You'll probably just see Parker coming in for the fourth quarter. But I don't know. I always feel comfortable when there's one goalkeeper going through an entire match because then you don't have those yo-yo kind of situation, the emotional stuff that really happens when a couple of goals go against you. I don't know if you can hear all
Right.
these firecrackers going off.
And
The
Sandeep,
match is about to begin.
right. And also, which is the segment that you think that will be the strongest from India's end? Will it be the attack or defense? Like, which segment are you more confident about?
No, I think the defense is pretty solid. It's compact. It has Harman. It has Surinder. Surinder may have been looking a little off color on the tour to Australia, but I still feel that they all come together as a team. But the big factor for me, in terms of this particular game, in terms of this particular team, has always been the midfield. I think Hardik, Manpreet, they are great guys when they have the ball. Even Hardik off the ball is good because he creates space, he puts pressure, he goes into the striking circle, and he's one of those guys who can actually score goals. And Manpreet also comes in, but Manpreet probably will play as a sweeper. You might see him as an ultra defender coming up into the midfield, and you will see Hardik coming up as an attacking midfielder.
Let's hope for the best. We hope that India can win this one. Enjoy the match there, Sandeep, and we'll stay connected with you after the match. That's it from this episode. Thank you for staying connected. We'll keep you posted with all the news, insights, facts, and figures from the FIH Hockey World Cup. This is Hardik Agrawal. Thank you, Sandeep. Signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Hardik.